Welcome back. Despite being an indoor football team, the Sioux Falls Storm's game against the Arizona Rattlers that was scheduled for this past Saturday got delayed due to the weather and was played last night instead. The outrageous amount of snow put a damper on Arizona's travel to Sioux Falls, and their plane was actually redirected back to Phoenix at the end of the week, so they had to travel twice. But regardless, we got a little taste of Monday Night Football at the Denny last night. The top teams in the league set to go at it, and Arizona's Alan Chapman was ready apparently. Nice little dance moves there. We'll pick things up with the Storm leading 14-13 at the start of the second quarter. Lorenzo Brown fumbles, and Edward Masley for Arizona dives on it. Ensuing play, this is Jeff Zimba going long to Desmond Epps. Comes down for the score, and Arizona takes the lead. The Storm not backing down their own end zone, but Lorenzo Brown goes long to a wide open Mike Tatum for the big gain. Great field position for them, but they wouldn't be able to capitalize how they wanted to. Storm end up getting a field goal after Alan Chapman brings them down in the backfield. Next possession for the Rattlers, Zimba to Daryl Monroe on the screen pass. He takes it all the way down to the 2 before being dropped. But next play, Zimba hits Anthony Amos in the back of the end zone right before the half. Touchdown Rattlers, and the away team would lead at the break 27-17 going into the locker room. Second half, it was all about the running game for Arizona. Their big back, Daryl Monroe, takes the option pitch all the way to the house, 16 yards untouched. Rattlers up 34-17, but they got it done on defense too. Storm on the AZ2, and Lorenzo Brown's pass is picked off by Keith Brown. The Rattlers march down the field on that one, and it's Monroe again, weaves his way in for the score, and Arizona is up by 24. Fourth quarter, guess who? Monroe gets the handoff and keeps moving 3 yards for the touchdown. One of his 4 rushing touchdowns on the day, but here comes the Storm. Lorenzo Brown gets some space, takes it in for 6, gets the fans on their feet right there. And then a little bit later, Zimba rolling out to his right, looking to go long, picked off by Jabari Gorman for the Storm. He has some room to run, and he gets Sioux Falls in great field position. They would capitalize on this one. A few plays later, Mike Tatum takes the handoff out to the right, just gets into the end zone, 2-yard touchdown. Sioux Falls would also get a Miles Bergner field goal on their next possession. This is their last chance to win the game. They're down 48-40, but their onside kick, they end up not getting it. And in the end, Arizona holds on to win 48-40. The Rattlers take sole possession of first place in the IFL standings. Storm QB Lorenzo Brown threw for 122 yards and a touchdown in the loss. Also put down 41 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. Running back Lyle McCombs notched 69 yards and a rushing touchdown as well. But the 3 key turnovers by Sioux Falls were the difference in the game. For Arizona, Rattlers QB Jeff Zimba threw for 109 yards and 3 touchdowns, while running back Daryl Monroe notched 4 rushing touchdowns and averaged 5.5 yards per carry for the game. The Storm's next game is slated for this Saturday, April 21st, when the Cedar Rapids Titans visit the Storm Shelter. Kickoff is set for 7:05 p.m. Meanwhile, the Rattlers return to Phoenix this weekend to take on the Green Bay Blizzard. Here's what the winning team had to say after the game.
Well, anytime you come in here and get a win, it's special. You know, these guys have done a great job over the years, and you know, Curtis has done a great job with this football team and this program, and we knew that, you know, coming up here that the championship runs through Sioux Falls. So, you know, we wanted to dial in for 60 minutes. Our guys played a physical game tonight. You know, we knew they weren't going to go away, and they came back and made a late run, just like last year in the championship game. So it's a 60-minute game every time we play.
Switching gears to the collegiate ranks. When the college football season kicks off this fall, it won't take long to notice one of the biggest rule changes being implemented this year. In fact, this might be the beginning of the end for kickoffs. On Friday, the NCAA Playing Rules Oversight Panel approved changing football's kickoff rules to allow the receiving team to fair catch the kick anywhere inside the 25-yard line and have it result in a touchback and have the ball spotted at the 25 25. The change to the rule is, of course, to promote more player safety. Studies have shown that the intensity of injuries are increased on kickoffs. This is the latest in a series of changes to the particular part of the game. In 2012, the kickoff was moved from the 30 to the 35 to increase the likelihood of touchbacks. In addition, touchbacks were also moved from the 20 to the 25 that same year, giving teams more incentive to fair catch the ball. NDSU head coach Chris Kleiman says it's a change that they'll need to do their homework on.
We have some officials coming next week to do our scrimmage, so I kind of want to visit with those guys to see a little bit of more of the rules interpretation. I know it seems pretty cut and dry, but really is it? But I think we have to do our research now to say, where are we catching the ball where we are better off taking a knee, or where are we catching the ball where we think we can get past the 25? Because in the grand scheme, 25 is not a bad place to start if people are going to pin you in the corner and you're catching at the 2 or 3 yard line.
There were a few other rule changes announced on Friday, including that offensive players will not be allowed to block below the waist more than 5 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. If you want to read the full list of rule changes, visit the NCAA's official website. Next on the show, we'll check in on the plethora of UND hockey alums in the Stanley Cup playoffs and recap the Kraft Hockeyville USA competition. That's coming up after the break.